Hi friends, it is my favorite day of the week, Tuesday. Also happens to be St. Patrick's Day, so it's fitting to have my tea in a snowman mug, right? Because the world has gone insane. Okay, let's be real. Like, the big C word is looming. This is craziness. This is a world we've never had to live in before. So, and I've been so busy with so many other things in the last month. It's been like literally flipped my life, my world, my everything upside down. The last month has been significant when it comes to change. And it's so funny, like at the end of 2019, I think we were all like, yeah, 2020 is going to be our year. It's like, can I get a refund? Because like, we're only into March and I'm over it. But the last retrograde we just had, Mercury retrograde, is what I was more focused on, so I wasn't even paying attention to the astrology of what's happening right now. And that was a hard one. I don't know for you guys. For me, oh my God, I needed that. My soul needed that on a deeper level, but that was brutal. That was brutal. I don't think I've cried so much in such a short period of time as I did over the Mercury retrograde. Now we're all talking about coronavirus. I'm going to be honest. I have a lot of opinions on this topic, and I'm going to try to refrain from vocalizing all of them because we really need to focus on the astrology. I'm going to say this, though. After everything that I've been reading on social media and what I've experienced in my family, I genuinely believe my family has already had this. I think we had it around Christmas time. We were all sick for like a month, horribly sick. We're fine now. We got through it, and it wasn't awful. It did not kill any of us. I think the media is going a little ape shit with some of this, instilling a lot of fear. And fear makes people do crazy things. And that's why we have a lot of crazy shit going on right now. So I thought, let's look at the astrology. I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be honest, I'm not giving you like a prediction as like when this is going to end or how this is going to roll out. But hopefully I can give you a little bit more explanation as to like, okay, this all kind of ties together right now. Because I've been following other astrologers and seeing like the predictive astrology, which I'm not going to go necessarily into that, but I can tell you like certain times of when certain aspects are happening. So, okay, currently, let's start with the sun. The sun is currently sitting at the end of Pisces right now. Pisces is the oldest, the 12th sign in the zodiac. The zodiac starts over at Aries. It doesn't actually start at the beginning of the year, the calendar year that we have. Aries is the first sign, Pisces is the last. So Pisces rules the 12th house of all things hidden and unclear, and we're in Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. Rose-colored glasses. Things for the last month, let's be honest, we've all been very uncertain and feeling very unclear about what's going on right now. We're going to move into Aries energy. The sun is moving into Aries on March 20th. So on Friday, we're going to have a shift. Now, Pisces energy versus Aries energy is very different. Aries is very stubborn, headstrong, get shit done, action, energy, aggression, assertion. So I expect there to be a shift in like more action is going to be taken in regards to what's going on in the world in general. It's a very feisty, stubborn, get shit done energy. It does scare me though, because again, it's the youngest, the baby, if you will. No offense to my Aries friends, but it is. It's the baby of the zodiac. So you might go headstrong into something without really knowing fully what you're diving into. So we've got that going on, which that makes sense. When we look back to this past month, like things have been kind of elusive. We don't really know what's going on. We're feeling very uncertain about everything. Mercury literally just switched signs. Mercury has been in Aquarius, okay? Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is crazy as shit. Like, expect the unexpected. Like, out of the box thinking. Like, it's a crazy energy. And Mercury rules communication and transportation. So we've had a lot of crazy, weird, like, what the heck is happening energy with Mercury, with communication. Now we're sitting at 0 degrees Pisces as of right now. So now we're going into the intuitive, emotional feeling. We're feeling the effects of this crazy communication and transportation shit we've been dealing with for the past month. Now we're going into Pisces. Going internal, digging deep, things again aren't necessarily what they seem. This is my opinion. Rochelle's on her soapbox here. there's more going on besides this virus. And I will say this right now to all my friends who are afraid, I really hope you will not fear this virus. I know some of you are immune compromised. But if you did not know, I actually was a science major. I was going for biochemistry and biotechnology, sidebar. So I actually took microbiology, DNA genetics classes, my molecular biology, cellular biology, chemistry, anatomy and physiology. I actually understand like diseases, viruses, illnesses, all that kind of stuff. I'm not afraid of this, okay? I'm not afraid of the virus. I'm afraid of how people are reacting because people are going like overboard. And I get it. Fear makes you do crazy things. So this is a good time. Now, since we're all being holed up in our houses and laid off of jobs, I just filed for unemployment. That was an interesting process. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing the same if you can, and hanging in there financially. But this is a great time for creativity. I'm going to try and find some silver linings out of this shit. This is a great time for creativity and harnessing your inner spirituality, getting in touch with what's important to you. And I think that's actually one of the greater lessons that we're being taught as a whole, as a human race, is coming together. There's a huge humanitarian aspect to this. So, okay. So Mercury sitting in Pisces. We're not going to get clear communication on this. Let's be honest. We're not over the next month. That's Pisces and Neptune energy in itself. But try to find the good in this. This is a great time to utilize your talents and skills. If you are into painting, drawing, sculpting, doing something creative, focus on that right now if you can. And if you have the extra time, why not? It's a great time for that. Venus is sitting at 13 degrees Taurus right now. Venus rules Taurus is the Venus and Taurus. They go together. Venus rules Taurus. It's all about love, money, things that we value. We want security and we want to protect what we love and value right now. So this actually makes sense that we're sitting in this energy. And people are scared because we feel like we don't have a hold on that. But that's where we're sitting right now. We want security and we're going to do what we can to protect that. Mars, we've got a lot of Capricorn energy right now, guys. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, as you will see. Okay, so Mars is sitting at 20 degrees Capricorn. Capricorn is all about authority, limits, rules, restrictions, seriousness, like let's get down to business. Now, Mars is your action, energy, aggression, assertion. So we're all coming together and there's like this conflict with authority and we're all having differing views on how this should be handled and how we feel about it. So this is where that clashy, I want to be the boss. No, I think this is how it is. No, I think this is how it is. And we're all kind of at the stalemate because we're not all in agreement of what's happening here. Which is causing a little bit of that explosive fear-based energy going on right now. We're going to get through this, but then now remember though, once we move out of Capricorn energy, we move into Aquarius energy, and Aquarius is anything goes. So although it doesn't feel as stifling and as stuck as the Capricorn energy once we get into Aquarius. Now Jupiter is sitting at 22 degrees Capricorn. Jupiter, I've always said I love this planet because it's lucky and it's benefic and it's all about good fortune and abundance. But it's also amplifies everything it touches. Jupiter is in Capricorn. We are amplifying this authority, expanding authority, which also expands the rules, or we're cracking down more. It's more amplified about this rules, restrictions, limits. We've got quarantines going on. It's being exaggerated, everything. And I'm not saying they're exaggerating what's happening. Don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying. They're exaggerating in terms of like, they're going balls to the wall, like, okay, we're shutting things down. We're shutting down businesses. We're shutting down bars, restaurants. Stay in your house. This is being amplified. This is a very amplified energy. Normally, I love a Jupiter energy, but this one is really, it's very intense because it's in Capricorn, which is very serious, determined, like, this is the rules. Let's follow the rules. Okay, now here's where I am this is what I find most interesting now when I look at the chart. Saturn spends a couple years, 2.5 to 3 years in a sign. Saturn has been sitting in Capricorn for the last few years. Saturn loves Capricorn, rules itself. That's its ruler, rules itself. 10th house ruler, career, job, authority, limits, rules, restrictions, boundaries, borders. Saturn is sitting at its last degree of Capricorn, 29 degrees Capricorn. This is also a karmic thing. We are literally Saturn is changing signs into Aquarius this weekend after years of sitting in this serious, severe, strict sign. Now, this is where I actually have hope. This is where I'm feeling very hopeful. So Saturn is moving from stern, bossy Capricorn. Now we're going to go into Aquarius. Aquarius is weird. Aquarius likes to think outside the box. Let's come up with something new. Let's come up with something innovative and creative, but expect the unexpected. Aquarius is also the most humanitarian-oriented sign of the zodiac. We're all about humankind bringing people together. Saturn is moving here. This is a good thing. I don't like the expect the unexpected part because I do believe, and I'm saying this as a realist, not coming from fear, I do think this is going to get a little worse before it gets better. In terms of, this is going to be hard for a lot of families, a lot of people to deal with the financial aspect of this, the physical aspect of like, okay, now I don't have anywhere I can go. So I think this is going to be a very hard reality for a lot of people to face. And I do think there are going to be more unexpected twists and turns throughout the course of this COVID-19 crap. So this weekend, Saturn moves into Aquarius. Expect the unexpected when it comes to this virus progression. I don't know which direction it's going to go, but I'm just saying anything goes. But at least it's not going to be in its serious, and I think that's just it. We're so focused on work and jobs, and now we need to start focusing on our neighbors and helping each other. And I'm hoping that's one of the lessons that's going to come from this. I feel like this is a whole worldwide reset. We're going through a reset. Now, Saturn will go retrograde, because planets do go retrograde, May 10th. So it's going to go into Aquarius. Then we're going to go retrograde, and we're going to go back into Capricorn. So we're going to revisit this. So I have a feeling things are going to we're going to settle down, and then we're going to have a burst or a spike of something else, whether it's the virus coming back or another thing coming back to bite us, and then it will settle down again. I'm not even going to focus on this, but I have read that on September 29th, it could be one of the most volatile and powerful days in regards to Saturn and Mars. There's going to be an aspect coming up. So we'll deal with that later because we got to focus on the here and now. But something else. So this is not, genuinely do not believe this is going to just blow over. There's a lot going on right now. Politically, in the media, on a family level, school level. But I will say this, I am seeing a lot of humanitarian and helpful efforts going on just in my local community, on my local bulletin boards on Facebook. People saying, I don't have money for my kids for school, and they used to get free lunch, and now I don't know what to do. It is incredible, the response that I'm seeing people give and saying, I will help you personally. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Sorry, I don't mean to get, I don't know why I'm getting all emotional about this, but so I am seeing the good. And I have faith in humanity. I'm trying really hard right now because I tend to be a fear-based person sometimes. So I'm trying really hard. Okay, let's continue because there's more. This is going to be a long video, so I apologize. But I have things I want to say, and I just want to let you know because it might give you some peace of mind. Maybe not, but I feel like it's better to be prepared. Knowledge is power. Let's be prepared. Uranus is sitting at 4 degrees Taurus. Uranus, expect the unexpected. The planet that rules Aquarius. Everything's crazy, and let's think outside the box. We're sitting in Taurus, which is your security, your love, your money, the things that bring you joy, the things that bring you value. Now Uranus takes a long time to go through a sign, and we're just getting started with Taurus. So there's sudden changes in money, sudden changes in things that you value. I think this is going to be one of those lessons where people are going to realize what's actually important to them. Of course, we love our jobs and we feel purpose and we make money so we can live our lives. But I think that this downtime that is being forced on a lot of us is going to be a great time to actually reflect and figure out what the hell is actually important. Why are we here? We're not here to work every single day and just do the mundane. We're here to love. We're here to have families, to have friends, to build connections. Focus on that. Please try to focus. I'm trying to focus on that. So this is like a huge reset of the world. This Uranus and Taurus energy is kind of how I'm interpreting it. Now we still have Neptune sitting in Pisces, which has been there for a while, sitting at 18 degrees Pisces. There's 29 degrees, 30 degrees in each zodiac sign before it switches. So Neptune is sitting in Pisces. Neptune loves Pisces. It's fantasy land. Things aren't what they seem. We're not seeing everything clearly. This is a great time, though. This is a very compassionate, intuitive, psychic, feeling, healing energy. Neptune's my favorite planet, and I've said that many times. It's because sometimes it's nice to live in fantasy land and live with your head in the clouds. This is a time for light workers, for the healers, for the light bringers, for the magic workers, for the ones who bear the weight of the world inside their souls. It's time for you to come together and show it to everyone else. Beam your light out of your body. Radiate that shit, because we all need it right now. I'm trying to do my best, but I feel like my light is kind of dim. But I'm trying. This is a good time for compassion. Compassion for the fellow neighbors is going to come into play here. Pluto, 24 degrees Capricorn. Again, another Capricorn energy. And Pluto, I think it's still a planet. I know some people say it's not, but it is. And let's be real. Pluto is all about death, rebirth, regeneration, transformation. There's an awakening going on, a rebuilding, a new world. There's extreme changes in government, which has been happening because Pluto takes forever to go through each sign. So that's been great, and it's a very slow transformation. That's been happening for a while. Chiron, the wounded healer, is sitting at 4 degrees Aries right now. This is all about, there's a humanitarian feel in this too, because it's finding our traumas and learning how to heal our own traumas in a collective, humane, humanitarian effort to do so, and trying to heal this stuff. So we need to work together to heal this trauma, because this is almost a trauma in itself. This is a traumatic event for the world. So we need to remember that we're not doing this on our own. You're not the only one experiencing this shit right now. Everyone else is feeling it to some extent. Some are feeling it much worse and much harder, and some people aren't as strong to deal with it. So we need to work together. That is a huge theme in all of this right now. We need to work together collectively to get through this shit, because we're not going to be able to do it by ourselves. I know everybody's kind of like every man in it for himself, but that's not how we're going to survive this. Now, another interesting placement that I'm finding. The North Node. We have the North Node and the South Node. Now, they're not actual celestial bodies in the sky. They're mathematically figured out placements on the chart. But the South Node is where our soul comes from, whether it's a past life or where we start when we're born. Soul, where we come from. The North Node is where we want to be, where we aim to go. The South Node is sitting, where else? Capricorn. Now, the North Node and South Node move in a retrograde fashion. So we're actually at 4 degrees, so we're going to be changing signs soon, which this is interesting though. So the South Node is in Capricorn. We feel comfortable. Usually we feel more comfortable where our South Node is. And we each have our own South Node and North Node in your own birth chart that will tell you, that's kind of more where you want to determine your purpose in life. If you want to figure out your purpose, you want to look at your nodes, because it's going to tell you where you feel comfortable, but that's not where your soul wants to be. Your soul wants to grow. You want to go where your North Node is. So our South Node is sitting in Capricorn. We feel comfortable with rules, with authority, with things in a box. Like, this is how things are supposed to be. But our North Node is sitting in Cancer. And Cancer is a watery, intuitive, home-based sign. Cancer is the mama of the zodiac. We want to protect and feel secure and love. And so we are very much in that homey security mode. We're going towards that right now. We're coming out of the work life, out of the career shit, because that's not what's really important right now. And we're going to our roots, our home, our foundation, our security, our love, our families. So this all makes a lot of sense when I look at it now. I'm like, oh my God, this is all like what's going on right now. Now, May 5th is when we're switching, when the North Node switches from Cancer, mama, protecting. We're going to go into Gemini. Gemini's fun. So, but Gemini is the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde of the zodiac. Gemini doesn't like to play by rules. Gemini likes to be an introvert, decompress, refresh, and then wants to go out and have some fun. So if we're looking at the dates of this, I'm thinking, and I'm not predicting because that's not my jam. I'm not good at predicting, but I'm wondering if the dates will coincide with, like, everybody's going to be sitting at home. We're going to be doing a lot more indoor activities or more individual activities. And by May 5th, we're going to want to be like, I'm done. I don't want to be trapped in my house. Like, there's going to be a shift. Whether we're supposed to or not, I don't know. I don't know the state of the world and the state of our country and the state of where we're going to be at mentally, physically at that point. But we're definitely going to go from, okay, I'll feel secure at home. Now I'm ready for some fun, and I need to communicate and network and connect with people again. So right now, it actually makes sense that we're in the home zone, because that's where we actually are at. So, okay, I don't know if this helps anyone. I know this is an extremely long video for me, and if you put up with this, I thank you for sticking around. Again, there's a lot of theories on what's happening. This is a crazy world we're living in. I even made jokes with my kids about the great coronavirus pandemic of 2020. What were you doing, Mom and Dad? And we were playing Netflix and video games, which I'm sure a lot of kids are doing right now. But at least if you're healthy, stay home. I do think this is being blown out of proportion. The coronavirus is legit a cold. We've had other things far worse, epidemics that have happened in my lifetime that are even currently happening right now that I will not get into, that I think are much more concerned than this. But I understand why they're placing restrictions on certain things. And to be honest, I'm happier with my kids at home, because at least I know they're healthy and I know how to take care of them. And I don't trust the schools right now, to be quite honest. I don't trust other people with my children in general. They've never had a babysitter besides family. They've never been to a daycare, ever. And my oldest will be 17 this weekend, and I kind of feel bad for him because he gets to remember his birthday with the coronavirus crap. So we can't even do anything fun. So we'll have to make it up to him later. But yeah, in 17 years... my kids have never been to daycare, never done. No, I don't trust people. I don't trust people at all. So you can only imagine. I'm a very paranoid person, as most Virgos are. But trying to spread the love and light, I genuinely believe the universe, God, our creator, is forcing us to slow down and reevaluate what's important, who is important, and what you can do to make this situation easier and better. The answer is love. I know some of you are like, shut up. Love isn't going to make a virus go away. But fear definitely won't. Fear and stress will lower your immune system. Fact. So your best bet is to love thy neighbor. Do what you can to help people. Try to embrace the loving energy as best you can. I know you're afraid. I have no idea what's to come. But I do think that this is going to go on longer than what we're all being told. I know we're on a 2-week. My kids are out of school for the next 2 weeks. I'm being told I can't work for the next 2 weeks. I think it's going to be extended, unfortunately. I think my kids are going to end up being out of school longer. We might not even end up going back, for all I know. So try to hang in there. This is Saturn. It's Capricorn shit. But guess who's coming in? Aquarius, Uranus. Expect the unexpected. So let's try to hold hands while we're doing this, though. Maybe metaphorically speaking. Not actually, because that would probably break the social distancing that we're told to do. I know, I'm trying to find humor in this, okay, guys? And I like to post funny memes, and I'm still going to post funny shit about this because it's how I handle my own fear. So, you guys, happy St. Patrick's Day. Whoop it up if you can. Be safe, have fun, and love each other, okay?